So hello, my name is Matěj Čech. I'm a student at the 5th semester of my architecture program here in Prague at Czech Technical University.
And hi, my name is Filip Ježdík, and I'm at the same school at the same semester.
It felt really friendly. I feel like the type of the competition, designing a small-scale family house in the context of nature, which is something we don't really have a chance to do in school, mostly because in school we mostly work on larger areas in the city and so on.
We always find excitement in projects that are in abroad. It's like learning the different culture, the different standards of living of the people there. So that was what was drawing us to this competition.
The way we started working on it was that we just look at a couple of references. Yes, look at the houses in Pennsylvania, how they're built. They're using completely different, construction methods than we use here in Europe, and so we were looking at. Of course, we looked at Frank Lloyd Wright architecture and Falling Water, which was quite a big inspiration for this project. And we even had this one day that we just cut out the paper boxes that we printed out the landscape of the waterfall surroundings, and we got the papers with different colors and areas, and we were putting it on the paper and trying to figure out where can this room be, and we were just trying to figure out firstly the shape and the volumes of how this house will look like. And
I think that the thing that stood out for us was the vegetation on the site, and also the topography, the sloping to the waterfall. So that was one of the most important things we took into consideration when making the concept. And the project shaped. For the early concept, we mainly used Archicad and AutoCAD. Archicad for the 3D shapes and AutoCAD for some floor planning. Later, when doing the different drawings for the boards, we used mainly AutoCAD for the floor plans and sections, and Archicad with Twinmotion for the renderings. On the renderings, there was I think 50% of the work was done in Affinity Photo, so Photoshop afterwards, and we used Affinity Publisher to do the layouts of the boards and the presentation.
we like that we kind of have the freedom in this kind of a competition because as it is still kind of a student competition and we know that it's not gonna be ever built, I think this is the best place to start with, because we don't have to be strictly bounded to some regulations and laws and restrictions and contracts and be nervous about it, and we can really just work on it in our free time. And the only thing we can lose here is our time and our energy that we put into the project. But
maybe in the school projects, the school teaches you to keep the projects in the boundaries of the financial and materialistic boundaries that are possible. So we really appreciated the freedom we had here.
Yeah, we even had the freedom to choose if we're gonna tear down the old structure, if we were gonna keep it there. Yeah. I don't think this is anything that would happen in real life, and so I feel like it's very nice to start with the projects and competitions like this and learn the basics of the design and the basics of how we can work together and cooperate. And
I think that even the school project should be like this. The schools sometimes have tendencies to teach you the different regulations too early, that it limits your imagination. So I think the few first school projects should be definitely like this.
In the beginning it was mostly about if we want to keep the original structure or not, and if we don't keep it, then if we should maybe follow the shape of the original structure.
And we decided that with the older house we would just like try to reuse the materials and the aesthetic of the house and create something new.
Yes. But everything that we always try to model everything that we show on the renders in a way that once we show something, we want to have it like thought out to every detail. This project was so far the most developed one that we did, and we learned a lot in every single way. The construction details, the quality of the drawings, and the way to present it. We also learned a lot about American style of the buildings as we were researching it.
But I think what stuck to us was really the strong critique that we have to like apply to one another, because I think we both think that that's the thing that pushes you the most to do something that is really like meaningful.
At the end, like winning the student award was something that really is a big thing for us, and especially for the future, because now we kind of get motivated, and we know that once we actually work hard on something, we can achieve something, which is something that we haven't really experienced before. And I think it's good to experience something like this at the beginning of your career to stay motivated.
And now we know that the hard work and persistence really pays off, you know.
Yeah.